Hi everyone. Before we get started, we wanted to introduce ourselves. We are RiliMedia, a social media marketing and photography business, and we're at the start of our journey.
We wanted to create this channel to show you our process of becoming a business. And in today's video, as the title suggests, we are going to be unboxing all of our studio equipment that we've just purchased.
Feel free to leave a like and subscribe for future videos. Now let's get into it. All the products featured in this video will be listed in the description below.
First off, the camera we chose to go with is the Sony A7IV. This is a mid-range professional camera. For some beginners, the camera could be out of budget, but as I've been doing photography for the last 10 years, I wanted to invest in a professional camera and level up my photography skills. Now, this is the camera. Very elegant, lightweight. The display screen folds out and flips. Overall, feels very sturdy. Now we have all the standard modes: manual mode, shutter, aperture, program, and of course, auto. You got your alpha badge and a firm grip. Now in the box you get the camera, the charging cables, AC adapter, battery, and a Sony brand strap.
Now the main lens we chose for the camera is a 24 to 70mm zoom lens from Sigma. Obviously you got your warranty, but I'll just throw that away for now. The lens case itself is very solid, and it has a very nice mesh texture. Now when choosing a lens, we were debating whether we should go with the Sony G Master 2. We came to the conclusion that that minor gap in quality isn't worth the $1,000. The lens itself feels pretty hefty, but I'm very surprised with the quality from Sigma, as this is the first professional lens we've ever owned. The focus wheel is very satisfying to the touch and feels very sturdy. I'll just pop that back on.
The secondary lens we chose is the Sigma 105mm for our macro photography. You got your warranty, but again, we don't need that. The quality of the case is just as good as the first lens. It is also a little bit heavy. Now look at these beautiful reflections. You can tell this is a high quality lens.
Now this is a VND filter from Polar Pro. This isn't an essential, but we chose to buy this for our videography efforts. What a VND filter does essentially is lower your exposure levels when shooting on S-Log or for long exposure shoots, and it also has a mist filter built in, so it's a combo. The mist part brings down your highlights, creating a glowing effect, and it's a great piece of gear to have if you want to achieve those dreamy shots of sunsets or open fields in the golden hours. Now the packaging for this product is pretty cool. It's all recycled and made out of cardboard. Now this is some barcode, but don't look at that. It's a metal casing, no plastic anywhere to be seen. And as is with most products we've purchased, the build quality is amazing. You just unscrew and then you pop this onto your camera. Once it's on your lens, you'll be able to unscrew the other cap and it's ready to use. We chose to buy two standard light stands from Godox. Nothing special to see here, just two standard light stands. I basically struggled for like 5 minutes to set this up while she did it like in 1 minute. But yeah. The lights we chose are the Godox FV150s. We bought two of these. We chose these lights because they are hybrid lights, meaning that they can shoot both continuous light and strobes. In the box you obviously get your light body, and in addition you get a remote and a reflector. The setup is pretty simple. You just pop the light onto this bolt. And then tighten it down. The reflector is pretty easy to set up as well. It's a Bowen's mount, which is great since it's the most common mount. And here's the light working. As I crank up the power, you can see that this is a very powerful light and can easily overpower most ambient lights, especially if you're in a small studio. To use the Godox VF150s, we chose to go with the X2T flash trigger. This isn't the most expensive option, and really it's the cheapest, but it will do the job just fine. For softboxes, we chose two rectangular softboxes. Again, these weren't the most expensive option, but I would be lying if I didn't kinda regret not purchasing a better light box, since we had to set this up like a tent and it wasn't very easy, since there were no instructions at all. We had to figure this out on our own. I did have to use brute force at one point and I thought I might break it, but it turned out alright.
In addition to the light stands, we bought a C-stand. A C-stand gives us more directional flexibility and has a heavier payload. You can mount a camera to it for a top-down POV, or mount the lights for more dramatic lighting setups. Yet again, we struggled with the setup for 5 minutes straight, but we got there in the end.
Now for the C-stand, we chose to get a Benro head mount. This is a ball head mount, meaning that it's more flexible than just your regular mount. Also, I want to take this time to mention that we did not purchase a tripod since we already had one, so there was no need to buy one. We had been waiting to take this step for quite a while, so I must say it was very satisfying seeing all of our gear all laid out in our studio.
If you've made it this far, thank you for watching, and if you have any questions or ideas for future videos, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and see you next time!